This video, originally from First Post, has been shared by Omkar Medicom to inform Indian students planning to pursue MBBS in Bangladesh. Please think twice before making your decision.
In Bangladesh, deadly clashes have broken out, this time in Gopalganj, which is the hometown of Bangladesh's founding father, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And this is how it started. A political party called the NCP announced a march. This is a party born out of last year's protests, the protests that led to the ouster of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. It's been almost 1 year since she fled the country. So when this party announced a march, Hasina's loyalists thought that it was a ploy to desecrate Sheikh Mujib's mausoleum. So they took to the streets. Security forces were called in and soon it turned into a riot. 4 people have been killed, 14 have been arrested. The Yunus government has promised an investigation, but the clashes show how Bangladesh remains in a flux almost a year after Sheikh Hasina's ouster. Our next report tells you more.
A student-led procession wound its way through the sweltering streets of Gopalganj. It's the ancestral home of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founding father of Bangladesh. The rally was organized by the National Citizen Party, a self-proclaimed reformist movement born from last year's protests. Their stated goal was to commemorate a year since the so-called July Revolution, one that ended Sheikh Hasina's 16-year rule. But few were convinced it was just a march. By sundown, 4 people were dead. Dozens were injured. 14 people were arrested. Armored personnel carriers rolled into the town, and Gopalganj was put under a 22-hour military curfew. So when the NCP announced a rally in Gopalganj, locals saw it not as a march for progress, but a provocation. So Hasina loyalists feared the next step, the desecration of Mujibur's mausoleum at Tungipara. After all, in February, a mob torched the Dhanmondi residence of Sheikh Mujibur, a site converted into a national museum. No arrests were made then. So Hasina supporters didn't want to take any chances this time around. They went around the town chanting Joy Bangla slogans. They also stormed the rally site. Security forces poured into the town. Clashes erupted, and soon it was out of control. By midnight, the army had taken control. Troops in combat gear stood watch over the streets of Gopalganj. The NCP blamed the state and intelligence agencies for failing to prevent this. The state, in turn, blamed Hasina's supporters. Meanwhile, Hasina's Awami League party has issued several statements on X, blaming the interim government for the deaths and injuries. India too has taken note of the violence. But inside Bangladesh, the optimism has long since faded. So what's clear is this. Even almost a year after Sheikh Hasina was forced to flee, the country hasn't moved forward. Bangladesh remains stuck in purgatory, governed by slogans and violence, not consensus or constitutionality.